Many people think they're drinking enough water just because they have a few glasses each day. But the truth is, dehydration can still happen even if you drink water regularly. And when it does, it doesn't always show up with intense thirst. Instead, it hides behind symptoms that seem unrelated, things like tiredness, sugar cravings, or even poor focus. The reason this happens is simple: your body loses water all day long, through breathing, sweating, going to the bathroom, even while you're sleeping. So if your water intake doesn't match what you're losing, you fall into a mild state of dehydration without even realizing it. What's more dangerous is that chronic dehydration builds up slowly. You might feel a bit off, but you push through it. Over time, your energy drops, your skin becomes dry, and your body has to work harder to function. Even your kidneys and joints take the hit. Yet many people ignore the signs. Why? Because most of the signs are not dramatic. They blend into daily life. You think you're just tired from work, or your skin is dry because of the weather. But your body might be trying to tell you something more important. In this video, we'll break down 7 common signs of dehydration that most people miss. These are not extreme medical emergencies. They're everyday signals, easy to ignore, but powerful if you know how to spot them. Let's take a closer look at what your body is really trying to tell you. Sign number 1. Dry mouth and bad breath. One of the earliest signs of dehydration is something you might ignore: a dry mouth and unpleasant breath. When your body doesn't get enough water, your mouth produces less saliva. But saliva isn't just there to keep your mouth wet. It plays a key role in washing away food particles and bacteria. Without enough saliva, your mouth becomes a perfect place for odor-causing bacteria to grow. That's why your breath smells worse when you're dehydrated, especially in the morning or after long hours without water. You might brush your teeth and still notice a bad smell later in the day. It's not always about hygiene. Sometimes it's about hydration. Dry mouth can also make it harder to chew, swallow, or even speak clearly, and over time, chronic dryness increases your risk of cavities, gum disease, and even mouth infections. According to health experts, saliva helps maintain the pH balance in your mouth and protects your enamel. When there's not enough, oral health starts to suffer. Many people who work indoors, especially in air-conditioned offices, often go hours without drinking water. A busy schedule or simply forgetting to sip water throughout the day makes dehydration worse, and your breath is one of the first things to show it. So if your mouth feels sticky, or if your breath turns sour for no clear reason, it might not be your toothpaste, it might be time for more water. Sign number 2. Muscle cramps or stiffness. When you're dehydrated, your body loses not only water, but also essential electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These minerals are critical for muscle function. Without enough of them, the electrical signals that control muscle contraction can become erratic. That's why dehydration can lead to muscle cramps, spasms, or an overall feeling of stiffness, even when you're not exercising. Unlike a cramp caused by intense physical activity or mineral deficiency alone, dehydration-related cramps often strike during rest or light activity. For example, you might stretch your leg in bed at night and suddenly feel it lock up in pain. Or you might be sitting at your desk for hours and then feel your calf tighten as you stand. The difference is timing and context. Cramps from dehydration tend to appear when the body is overheated, underhydrated, or has gone too long without fluids, such as after being in the sun, during travel, or after consuming too much caffeine without balancing it with water. It's also common for people to assume they need more potassium, like from bananas, when in fact, they're simply not drinking enough water throughout the day. Electrolyte balance depends on both minerals and fluid levels, not just supplements or salty snacks. Muscle stiffness can also be an early sign, especially in the morning. If you wake up and feel like your joints are tight or your legs feel heavy, think about your water intake from the day before. Hydration affects circulation, and poor circulation makes muscles less flexible. So before you reach for pills or powders, ask yourself, did I drink enough water today? Sign number 3. Fatigue and low energy. When you're not drinking enough water, your blood becomes thicker and more concentrated. This makes it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently, which reduces the amount of oxygen and nutrients delivered to your muscles and brain. The result? You feel tired, sluggish, and mentally foggy, even if you've had enough sleep. Dehydration doesn't just affect elite athletes or people in the sun all day. It can quietly drain your energy during regular activities. For example, walking up a flight of stairs might leave you more winded than usual. Or you might feel unusually wiped out after doing simple chores like grocery shopping or folding laundry. What's tricky is that many people, especially older adults, don't link this tiredness to hydration. They may chalk it up to age, poor sleep, or just having a low energy day. But in reality, even mild dehydration can increase the body's stress hormones, like cortisol, making everything feel more exhausting. Hydration plays a key role in keeping your energy steady. Water helps regulate body temperature, supports cellular activity, and aids digestion. When you're dehydrated, your metabolism slows down and your body struggles to convert food into usable energy. And caffeine isn't the answer. It can worsen dehydration if not balanced with water. So, if you find yourself relying on extra cups of coffee just to get going, it might be a hydration problem hiding in plain sight. Before blaming age or fatigue, consider the simplest fix. Drink more water and see how your body responds. Sign number 4. Brain fog and poor concentration. Your brain is made up of about 75% water. So when you're dehydrated, even slightly, your brain is one of the first organs to feel the impact. Without enough water, the brain's cells shrink, electrical signals slow down, and the delivery of oxygen and nutrients is reduced. That's when brain fog sets in. You might feel mentally sluggish, forgetful, or have trouble focusing on simple tasks. Ever open a new tab in your browser and forget why? Or reread the same sentence 3 times and still not absorb it? That zoned out feeling could be a hydration issue, not a lack of sleep or motivation. Mild dehydration has been shown in studies to reduce short-term memory, impair alertness, and lower your ability to stay focused, especially during tasks that require sustained mental effort. It's not just about extreme thirst. Sometimes your brain is quietly struggling long before your mouth feels dry. This effect is especially noticeable in hot weather, after exercise, or when working long hours indoors without drinking enough. Many office workers, for example, may sip coffee all day but barely touch water, leading to poor cognitive performance without realizing why. Keeping your brain hydrated is like keeping your car engine cool. It doesn't run well when it's overheating or under-lubricated. Drinking enough water supports neurotransmitter activity, helps regulate mood, and keeps your mental sharpness steady throughout the day. So if you've been feeling foggy or off your game lately, try this simple reset. Drink a glass or 2 of water and give your brain what it's really asking for. Sign number 5. Dark urine and infrequent urination. One of the most obvious visual signs of dehydration is the color and frequency of your urine. It's your body's natural feedback system, and it doesn't lie. When you're properly hydrated, your urine should be pale yellow, like lemonade, but when your body is running low on fluids, your kidneys try to conserve water. The result? Less urine, and it's darker, often amber or even brownish. In a normal, hydrated adult, urination typically happens every 2.5 to 4 hours. If you're going more than 6 hours without peeing, and your urine is dark, that's a red flag. It means your body is trying to hold onto every drop of water it can. This also makes your urine more concentrated, which can increase the risk of kidney stones and urinary tract infections over time. Let's be clear, urine doesn't have to be perfectly clear to mean you're hydrated. Too clear urine could actually indicate overhydration. What you want is that light yellow color, like diluted apple juice. That's the sweet spot. Also, take note if your urine starts to smell stronger than usual or feels hot during urination. These are often overlooked signs that your kidneys are working harder than they should. This is especially important after exercising, during hot weather, or if you've had caffeine or alcohol, which can dehydrate you without you realizing it. Watching your urine is a simple but powerful way to track your hydration levels in real time. No special test needed, just observation and action. Sign number 6. Sugar cravings and overeating. Feeling hungry all the time? Especially for sweet snacks? It might not be true hunger. One of the lesser-known signs of dehydration is sugar cravings or random urges to eat, even after a recent meal. That's because when you're low on fluids, your body struggles to access stored energy, especially from glycogen, the stored form of sugar in your liver. Water is essential for your body to release and convert glycogen into usable energy. Without enough water, this process slows down, leading to a drop in energy. In response, your brain sends hunger signals, especially for quick fuel like sugar. The result? You feel like snacking, but what you really need is hydration. This often happens in the afternoon. You've been sitting at your desk, slightly dehydrated from coffee, and suddenly you're reaching for candy or a pastry. It's not willpower, it's your body's way of asking for water, but it's using the wrong signal. This is why people who drink more water often report fewer cravings and more stable eating habits. Simply drinking a glass of water and waiting 10 to 15 minutes can help you tell the difference between real hunger and thirst confusion. And remember, kids and older adults may not recognize thirst well. So they often show this sign without knowing. If someone in your family is constantly snacking or overeating between meals, consider starting with a glass of water. It might solve the problem before it starts. Sign number 7. Dry skin and premature aging. Your skin is the largest organ in your body, and one of the first to show signs of dehydration. When you're not drinking enough water, the skin loses its natural moisture, becoming dry, dull, and less elastic. Over time, this lack of hydration contributes to premature aging, fine lines, and rough texture. Water helps maintain skin elasticity by supporting collagen production. It also assists in flushing out toxins through sweat and urine, which reduces the buildup of waste in your system. Without enough water, your skin's ability to repair and protect itself weakens. This makes it more prone to irritation, redness, and an uneven tone. Many people try to fix dry skin with creams, serums, and expensive products, but if you're dehydrated inside, no skincare routine can fully solve the problem. True hydration starts from within. For example, someone who drinks mostly soda or coffee all day might notice their face looking tired or their skin flaking despite using moisturizers. That's not a product issue, it's a water issue. A good indicator is how your skin feels when you wake up. If it feels tight, itchy, or rough before applying anything, you may be running low on fluids. The solution isn't complicated. Adding just 1 or 2 more glasses of water per day can improve skin clarity and smoothness in as little as a week. Your skin reflects your internal health, and hydration is one of the easiest ways to help it glow naturally. How to stay hydrated properly. Staying hydrated isn't just about drinking a lot of water. It's about drinking water the right way. Many people assume that chugging large amounts at once is helpful, but in reality, that can overwhelm your kidneys and flush out essential minerals too fast. The body absorbs water more efficiently when you drink in small amounts. Spread throughout the day. Start with a glass in the morning. Have another mid-morning, 1 before lunch, 1 in the afternoon, and so on. That gives your system time to use the water instead of just passing it through. Also, the temperature of your water matters. Ice-cold water may feel refreshing, but it can slow digestion and shock the system, especially in older adults or people with sensitive stomachs. Room temperature or slightly cool water is generally easier on the body. Another tip: pay attention to the type of water you drink. Plain filtered water is fine for most people, but if you sweat a lot from exercise or live in a hot climate, you may need added electrolytes, like sodium, potassium, or magnesium. These help your body retain fluid and support nerve and muscle function. And here's a common mistake: drinking only when you're thirsty. Thirst is a late signal. If you wait until you feel dry, your body is already mildly dehydrated. Instead of guessing, watch your routine. For example, if you go 3 to 4 hours without drinking anything, you're probably falling behind. Keep a small bottle nearby or set reminders on your phone. Smart hydration is a habit. It's not about drinking more, it's about drinking better. Dehydration isn't just about feeling thirsty. In fact, by the time you're thirsty, your body may have already lost 1 to 2% of its water content, a level that can begin affecting your energy, mood, and focus. The real warning signs often show up quietly: fatigue that lingers even after sleeping, sudden sugar cravings, dry lips, or just not needing to go to the bathroom for hours. These are your body's way of saying it needs water before the problem gets worse. And the truth is, most people live in a constant state of mild dehydration without realizing it. Especially if they're busy, drinking coffee all day, skipping water during work, or ignoring subtle cues. So don't wait. Start today with 3 simple rules. Drink right, drink consistently, listen to your body. You don't need fancy tools or extreme habits, just awareness and consistency. Your body is talking. Hydration is how you answer. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more practical health insights, and share it with someone who might need it. Let us know in the comments, how do you remind yourself to stay hydrated?